I remember staring at a ruined $200 piece of billet steel, absolutely furious. My old bandsaw's blade had wandered a full quarter-inch off the line during a critical cut. Finding a reliable replacement was a nightmare, because manufacturing specs often hide the reality of flimsy guides, leaking coolant, and underpowered motors that just end up wasting your money and trashing your materials. So I took matters into my own hands. I bought and aggressively tested 7 of the most popular horizontal bandsaws on the market. Stick around, because the winner might actually surprise you. 7. KAKA BS912B. When I first brought the KAKA into the shop, I was genuinely excited about its massive 9x12-inch cutting capacity on paper. Uncrating this beast took some effort, and setting it up gave me a good look at the overall construction. The main bow and bed are made of heavily cast iron, which initially gave me a lot of confidence. I loaded up a solid 4-inch round of 1018 cold-rolled steel, expecting the advertised 1.5 horsepower motor to slice right through it without any hesitation or drama. However, as soon as the blade made contact with the steel, the entire experience shifted drastically. The machine began to vibrate excessively, and I quickly realized that the sheet metal base it sits on is painfully inadequate for the weight of the cast iron components above it. This vibration transferred directly into the cut, causing a horrible chattering noise that I could feel all the way through my shop floor. It made me seriously question the longevity of the drive gears if they were going to be subjected to that kind of violent shaking on a daily basis. The tracking and blade guides were another massive hurdle during my testing phase. I spent well over 2 hours just trying to dial in the blade to track straight, but the adjustment mechanisms felt incredibly sloppy and imprecise. Even after I thought I had it perfectly locked down, the blade still managed to wander almost 1/8 of an inch over a 6-inch cut. To make matters worse, the built-in coolant system has a remarkably cheap plastic valve that constantly dripped fluid all over the floor, rather than directing it onto the blade where it actually belonged. 6. KAKA Bandsaw EV996. Moving on to the KAKA EV996, I had completely different expectations because this saw is famous for its portability and precision European engineering. Pulling it out of the box, the first thing I noticed was the build quality. It is incredibly sleek, surprisingly lightweight, and feels like a precision instrument rather than a brute force industrial tool. I clamped in some thin-walled aluminum square tubing to see how it handled delicate work, and the direct drive motor hummed to life with an impressively quiet and smooth operation. The cuts it produced on that aluminum and some smaller mild steel brackets were undeniably beautiful. They were so clean and square that I barely needed to run a deburring tool over the edges before moving to the welding table. But when I transitioned to testing it on thicker solid stock, specifically a solid 2x2-inch steel bar, the limitations of the machine became aggressively apparent. Without a hydraulic downfeed system, you are forced to manually pull the bow down through the cut, which becomes incredibly fatiguing if you are doing repetitive production work. Furthermore, during a stress test, where I made 10 consecutive cuts on that heavy steel bar, the motor began to run uncomfortably hot to the touch. The thermal protection never tripped, but the lack of a liquid coolant system meant the blade was smoking and struggling to clear chips effectively. You are entirely reliant on the direct drive's torque, and while it is accurate, it simply bogs down when you ask it to perform the kind of heavy-duty material removal that a true horizontal shop saw is typically purchased for. 5. Jet HVBS712D. Things started looking up significantly when I rolled the Jet into my testing area. Jet is a legendary name in the metalworking world, and this deluxe 7x12-inch saw immediately showed exactly why they have that reputation. The fit and finish straight out of the crate were miles ahead of the previous models, with thick, high-quality paint and fully machined surfaces. I wired up the dual-voltage motor, filled the heavy-duty reservoir with high-grade synthetic coolant, and locked a thick bundle of steel rebar into the massive quick-action vise. The hydraulic downfeed cylinder on this Jet is an absolute dream to operate. Unlike cheaper models where the valve feels like an on-off switch, the dial on the Jet allowed me to perfectly tune the descent rate of the blade to match the exact density of the material. I could literally set the cut, walk away to prep my welding surfaces, and let the machine flawlessly slice through the rebar bundle. It automatically shut off right at the bottom of the stroke, leaving a perfectly flat, uniform cut across multiple pieces of steel. One of my favorite features during the testing process was the built-in chip management system. Cutting metal generates a huge amount of sharp, nasty debris, but the jet features an integrated wire wheel brush that constantly sweeps the blade teeth clean before they re-enter the drive wheels. Combined with a steeply angled catch pan that aggressively drains the coolant back into the tank, my shop floor stayed completely dry and clean. It is those small engineering details that prove this saw was designed by people who actually cut metal for a living. Four, Wen BA3959. I wanted to include a budget-friendly option in this lineup, so I picked up the Wen, fully expecting it to be a massive downgrade. I was genuinely and pleasantly surprised. This compact 5x6-inch saw comes with its own stand, and while the assembly process took a little bit of time, the instructions were clear and all the hardware actually lined up perfectly. It features a smaller 4.5 amp motor, so I decided to test it initially with some standard exhaust tubing and mild steel angle iron, keeping my expectations totally grounded. To my shock, this little Wen absolutely tore through the material. But the real game changer here is the beveling head design. On traditional budget bandsaws, if you want to cut a 45-degree angle, you have to loosen the vise and swing your long piece of steel out into the middle of your shop walkway. With the Wen, the vise stays permanently locked in place, and the entire cutting head pivots up to 60 degrees. I tested this by cutting perfect mitered corners for a welding cart frame, and the degree scale was incredibly accurate right out of the box. Because it is a dry cutting saw without a complicated coolant pump system, maintenance is practically non-existent. I did notice that pushing it through a solid piece of 2-inch round bar took a bit longer than the larger industrial saws, and I had to apply a bit of manual cutting wax to keep the blade happy. However, the motor stayed cool, the automatic shutoff switch worked flawlessly every single time, and the stock blade it shipped with actually lasted through my entire testing protocol without snapping or losing its teeth. 3. Grizzly G9742. Stepping back into the professional grade arena, the Grizzly immediately caught my attention because it combines the industrial build quality of a heavy-duty saw with the brilliant swivel head functionality I loved on the smaller Wen. This is a 5x6-inch capacity machine equipped with a half-horsepower motor, but the entire upper bow assembly is constructed from heavily ribbed cast iron. When I set it up in the shop, the sheer weight of the machine immediately communicated that this was built for serious, continuous operation. To test its primary selling point, I brought in a massive, 20-foot-long section of heavy-wall square steel tubing. Usually, putting a 45-degree cut on the end of a piece that long requires opening the garage door and letting the steel hang out into the driveway. With the Grizzly G9742, I simply fed the tubing straight down my workbench, loosened the massive locking lever on the back of the saw, and swung the cutting head itself to the desired angle. The ability to keep long stock completely stationary is a massive safety upgrade and a huge time saver. The cutting performance was exceptionally smooth, aided by a heavy-duty hydraulic feed cylinder that provided ultra-precise control over the drop speed. The blade tracking was absolutely dead-on straight from the factory, which is incredibly rare. I spent a whole afternoon fabricating complex, multi-angled gussets, and the Grizzly delivered flawlessly repeatable cuts without any noticeable deflection. The coolant system on this model is also wonderfully integrated, utilizing a powerful pump that easily cleared chips and kept the cutting zone perfectly flooded. The Grizzly G9742 hits the absolute perfect sweet spot for a small to medium fabrication shop that deals with a lot of tubing and angled cuts. 2. Dake SE912. Unloading this 9x12-inch behemoth required a forklift, and sitting at over 700 pounds, it is an absolute unit of a machine. Everything about the Dake screams premium American-style industrial heritage, from the massively overbuilt base to the incredibly thick blade wheels. I hooked it up to power, and immediately decided to torture test it by loading a solid block of 6-inch thick, hardened tool steel into the vise. The performance was nothing short of breathtaking. Powered by a relentless motor and an incredibly robust gear drive transmission, the Dake SE912 sliced through that hardened tool steel as if it were a block of warm butter. The hydraulic control valve is the most precise unit I have ever tested, allowing for micro adjustments to the feed rate while the blade is actively cutting. There was absolutely zero vibration, zero chatter, and no audible strain from the motor. The machine just quietly and violently removed material with terrifying efficiency. What truly sets the Dake apart from everything else on the market is the blade guide system. It utilizes massive, solid carbide guide blocks, backed up by heavy-duty roller bearings. This setup brutally forces the blade to remain perfectly straight, completely eliminating the wandering and deflection I experienced on cheaper saws. I checked my cut on the tool steel with a machinist square, and it was perfectly flush, eliminating the need for any secondary milling operations before welding or machining. Yes, the Dake SE912 requires a massive financial investment, and it is entirely overkill for someone just making a few cuts on the weekend. One, Grizzly G0561. This 7x12-inch horizontal bandsaw represents the absolute pinnacle of value, performance, and industrial capability rolled into one perfect package. Sitting proudly on a heavy cast-iron base, it features a full 1-horsepower motor that hits the exact sweet spot between electrical efficiency and raw, unadulterated cutting power. Setting it up was an absolute joy, as every single bolt, gear, and bearing felt meticulously machined and properly lubricated straight from the factory. My testing phase for the G0561 was brutal. I fed it an endless diet of Schedule 40 steel pipe, thick aluminum plate, solid brass rods, and heavy structural I-beams. No matter what I locked into the massive, quick-positioning cast-iron vise, the Grizzly chewed through it effortlessly. The hydraulic feed control is incredibly intuitive, and the saw features a 4-speed step pulley system that allows you to perfectly match the blade speed to the material you are working with. Changing speeds takes less than 30 seconds, making it incredibly versatile for a mixed material shop. The integrated liquid coolant system is simply flawless, utilizing a high-capacity pump that aggressively flushes the cutting zone, while a beautifully designed return tray catches every drop of fluid without spilling onto the floor. During a long 8-hour fabrication session, the blade remained perfectly cool, the motor never broke a sweat, and the cuts remained surgically precise from the first piece to the last. The blade guides are robust and easily adjustable, keeping the blade tracking perfectly true without any annoying mid-cut deflection. The Grizzly G0561 earns the top position because it gives you 95% of the ultra-premium Dake's performance at a fraction of the cost.